and the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here. It is Sunday, and you know what that means. It's time for weekly purchases, that time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via DHL, Amazon, UPS, United States Postal Service, FedEx, and of course, that KG outlaw, Waylon Jennings. It is the weekly purchases, and a lot going on this week. We'll get to all the weekly purchases in the back half, and of course, the mail girl, Angie's going to grace us with her presence, and we'll dive into that as well. And of course, before we get too deep into things, we got to thank the sponsor of weekly purchases. It is our friends over there at jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15%. Got to get a deal out there. You guys know that by now. And in a plot twist, longtime viewers of the channel know Jay's Toys and Games is a huge sale Memorial Day weekend, their biggest sale of the year. I will have a special code, so you Patreon members will get that code first. But you should be able to save about 25% next week. Be on the lookout for that. If you've been long gaming some of the big rubber guys they got over there, you could save 25% on some of those. Wish I would have waited maybe on some of those, like that Macho Man Cincinnati Reds, of course. Yeah, he smells like piss with piss flavor. We know how it goes with the Macho Man Randy Savage into Cincinnati Reds gear. But shout out to our friends over there at jaystoysandgames.com. More on that next week. We'll talk about the sale, all that kind of fun stuff, as you guys know by now. And also got to tell you guys about the Patreon. It is a new month, a newish month, middle of the month, whatever it is. I got to figure out, Todd, what do we do for a bonus video this week, the month of May on the Patreon? You got any ideas? A live show? A live show. We stream it live. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. What I'm thinking about doing is maybe the Kyle Peterson Show podcast. Check it out. Episode 60 up right now for Patreon YouTube channel members. Maybe we'll do a live stream of a live rendition of the podcast. It'll be live. We'll stream it live on Patreon. We might end up doing that as our bonus this month. If not this month, maybe next month. But maybe we'll do that as a little behind the scenes. We'll still put up a normal video, but we'll get a second camera going and we'll live stream it. We'll see. You can see all the behind the scenes details, the wardrobe malfunctions, all the fun stuff that goes on the Kyle Peterson Show each and every week. So check out Patreon, support the channel, all that kind of stuff. But this month's giveaway is Bebop Rocksteady McFarlane Toys Edition. So check that out. Check out the Patreon, support the channel, all that kind of fun stuff. Check out Pro Wrestling Tees, pick up a t-shirt. You guys know the drill by now. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, both buy books, The Complete Guide to the ECW Original San Francisco Toy Makers, and The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstars Series. Haven't talked about those in quite some time. But this week, a very busy week. We did announce last week, we did cover it, break the story, whatever you want to call it. The AEW Jazzwares relationship basically all but terminated at this point, as AEW, or I should say Jazzwares, did let go of all their design team, everybody over in the offices. A dark day, of course, a Black Friday if there ever was one. But with that came a lot of news reporting and stuff. And it's always funny, as my buddy and I, going back to our teen years or whatever, Todd McFarlane, we used to joke, oh, Dave Meltzer reporting, and then we'd always put a joke with it. Well, now this week, Dave Meltzer reported me. He reported YouTuber Kyle Peterson reporting. It was wild. That was kind of funny. I couldn't help but chuckle for teenage Kyle thinking that one there. But there was a lot of nice reports out there, I guess, coming back to this YouTube channel. So welcome any new viewers that came from that. But it was a dark story, not something fun to get a report on, but the news is the news, as we do know. But with that came a lot of appearances this week for me. And you guys know I dial back those appearances. I've dialed back the appearances. You get enough of me on my 2 YouTube channels and my podcast each and every week. I'm an international man of mystery. I don't like to dive out to other things anymore. And I don't have a lot of time. Todd, you know this more than anybody. Time is of the essence. And I'm just fighting it constantly. I'm just running out of time each and every single day, it feels like. But this week I did go on the Major Wrestling Figure podcast. Jay George has a show over there, and it is called The Rewind. I was on The Rewind as the guest, breaking down Jazzwares AEW relationship as a whole, going back to the infancy to now. So check out that over on the Major Pod. And I also was on Fightful Select. They do have a stream all the time with Steven Jensen. Jeremy Lambert. I've been on their show a few times. Last time I was on, I think Jeremy Padower and I were on together, if I'm not mistaken. So I did do both of those videos this week. Check them out. Find them, search them, do all that kind of fun stuff. You know the drill by now. And then yesterday in the toy news, we reported some sad news. Todd, we talked about that at length yesterday in the toy news, so check that out. Of course, one Elegant John did pass away this week, but unfortunately the deaths continued as we did get late word on late Saturday night that unfortunately, Todd, did you hear this yet? Our good friend Mark Summers had passed away. Yes, Mark Summers passed away. A lot of people say, why hasn't he been on the couch lately? What's going on? Where's Mark Summers been? Well, as many longtime viewers and the real ones out there, you could be a real one. No, he has been working at the Mall of America up there in Minneapolis. Yeah, Bloomington, whatever it may be. Up there in the Minneapolis area at the Double Dare stand, of course, at the Mall of America in the Nickelodeon zone or whatever it's called. He had been working up there. What, Todd McFarland? That's not Mark Summers? Mark Summers isn't dead? That's Barry Blostein from Behind the Mat and other things? Are you sure that's not Mark Summers? It looks like Mark Summers, but apparently it's Barry Blostein. So shout out to Barry, unfortunately passed away. Beyond the Mat was a big deal. I remember going to that at the movie theater. Once upon a time, there was one of those limited engagement showings when I was in high school, and I remember going to that. I remember being all jazzed up for it. All jazzed up, of course, Terry Funk, a huge part of that. And little Kyle, he loved himself some Terry Funk. But rip to a real one, Barry Blostein, and then rip to Mark Summers. No, Mark Summers still going. He's got great-great-grandkids, but still working at the mall. Go to the Mall of America, tell Mark Summers hi from his old friend Kyle, and hopefully he gets some PTO and he can come back to the couch very, very soon. But speaking of Kyle and his casting couch, I think it's about time for the mail girl. It's time for Angie. It's time for the question of the week. All right, it's time for a question of the week, and that brings the mail girl Angie in. Angie, say hello.
I'm just looking at my forehead gleaming.
It is very shiny. You got to do something about that.
But why are you always copying me with the yellow?
I was wearing this first. You just came in.
I was up earlier.
I've
been wearing this shirt since like 7 a.m.
I've been filming this video since before you even got home. So
I've been wearing this before you were born.
This is the last segment of this video here, so I already had things going on. But yeah, you're shining bright like a diamond, I guess. But Angie, it's time for the question of the week. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
And
you are.
We got two questions. We have two questions this week, Angie. You gonna be able to handle both of these?
Yes.
All right, start it off.
All right, Chad Boswell, 1978. Kyle, you said you like Spam. Do you like deviled ham? I don't even know what that is.
Deviled ham is disgusting. I am not a deviled ham. It's in a jar. It's like in a little can jar type thing, kind of like those Vienna sausages and stuff like that. And I think usually you put it on a cracker or like bread, and it's almost like,
so it's like
it's very pinky.
Spreadable.
Yeah, it's very pinky color. It's spreadable, and it's just. Ugh. I tried it once. Like my grandpa had it when I was a little kid. He had that, the Vienna sausages, sardines. My grandpa loved. He had the deviled eggs, and then my grandma. That was the same grandma that would make Spam all the time. For some reason, he loved all those canned meats, those potted meats.
Why'd you bring up deviled eggs?
They're not deviled eggs. What are they called? Like pickled eggs. That's what I meant. Pickled eggs. So they had all that kind of stuff over there. I don't know what's going on with that, but wild times. But they weren't old then. They were probably my age when I was a kid. I don't know. But
it's Great Depression.
Very weird, but I don't like that spreadable stuff. I don't know. I'd rather just have regular ham. If I'm going to be at that point, it's just.
The ham's the craziest. Like a spreadable, like smearable ham.
Yeah, it's kind of like mincemeat, or I don't know what you would call it technically, but it's in a little can. You don't see it very often, and it's like, doesn't it have like a little logo of like a devil or something on it? I forget what the brand is, but I am not a fan of that one there.
I had tuna salad for lunch today.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's not the first nor the last time you'll have tuna salad.
You have the tuna salad.
Did you get it out of a vending machine or where?
No, like in the deli, they have, at the grocery store, they have like these little pre-made protein packs with veggies and crackers and that. It was good, actually. I was shocked.
I don't like tuna that much either. The tuna spreadable and like the pouch tuna and stuff. I can eat the chicken. I don't mind, and I like the salmon out of that kind of stuff, but I don't like the tuna for whatever reason. I don't know if it's just like because they make tuna salad with mayonnaise, and I'm not a big mayonnaise guy. I don't like mayonnaise on like my chicken sandwiches and things. I'm just not a mayonnaise. Hellman's.
You really need that mayo to get it down. It would slick it right down.
Yeah, gross. I'm just not a big fan of that kind of stuff for whatever reason. So, yeah, deviled ham. not going to be in my playground, not going to be for me, but I have tried it. I'll try everything once, of course.
I
But
never have. Probably
there it
never
is.
will.
Maybe you should try it next time you're at the grocery store. Try it
I
out.
want to try Spam.
Spam's
I'm sure
good.
I've had it, but
It just tastes like ham. I don't know. To me, it's good. You put it on the frying pan and just let it sizzle. Let it sizzle. All right, we got another question. 2 questions this week. And if you want to be the question of the week, put it in the comments down below, and you too could be the question of the week.
all right, Michael Morris, 9363. Question of the week. Hi, Kyle. As everything keeps getting more expensive, including toys, which toy line do you think provide the best value for the money?
You're not kidding about everything getting more and more expensive every single day. Like some of these, like does that Art the Clown Terrifier NECA figure is over $40 now.
My credit card bill.
Angie's just out of control. Just out of control. But between that and then even WWE Mattel Elites at the $26 with tax and stuff at retail, a little bit more at ringside, obviously paying to get those ahead. It's just a expensive game in this day and age, and I do think some will rise, some will fall, like a Young Transformers movie back in the 80s. But everything is getting more expensive, and it's going to tap a lot of people out, as we know. But what line has the best value for money? I think it's got to be Jada Toys at this point. They do a very good job of keeping their stuff affordable, and I think people could understand if they were a little bit more expensive, and we're thankful they aren't. I just wish Jada Toys made more figures I collect. Obviously, they do the Street Fighter. I don't get all of those, but they have Street Fighter. Scooby-Doo, very interesting line. I do enjoy that one. But they don't do much more than that. And when they do make figures, it's pretty light. There's only, 1 or 2 figures that'll come out, and then it'll be months without another figure. So it's not out there like the Mattels, the Hasbros of the world, and obviously Jada Toys being a smaller company. But I do think Jada Toys probably has the best value for money at traditional retail in this day and age. You could make the argument like Jakks Pacific with some of their Mario stuff, but not really what I do here on this channel, not really what I collect. But it is amazing some of the price points on some of that stuff. Even the Simpsons line from Jakks, for example, some of that kind of stuff is pretty good. But it also is different too when you're dealing with Star Wars and Marvel and stuff. There's also the properties that cost a lot of money. We know those cost there. Not that the Simpsons or Mario doesn't, but it feels like there's different playgrounds on as far as usage rights and costs and all that kind of stuff. And that's all singularly negotiated for each company on both sides. But for my money, Jada Toys takes the top spot there. You agree? Mm-hmm. I knew you'd have a lot to talk about that one, Angie. For sure. You love your toys. You've been checking. You're like, okay, this one's a little too pricey. But there it is. That is the question of the week this week. Pretty easy questions for the most part here. But once again, you want to be the question of the week, stick it in the comments down below. And you too can be the question of the week. But now it's time for the weekly purchases. All right, it's time for round 1 and the only round of weekly purchases this week. Got a decent amount of stuff, but not multiple rounds of stuff, which is okay, as I'm still catching up on a lot of McFarlane figures, catching up on all those Cosmic Legions we got last week. Got some wrestling stuff to catch up on and all points in between. And I got a couple of extra fun videos coming very soon. A deep dive into 2026. More on that on the channel sooner rather than later. I got some top 5 and top 10s. I'm trying to get ahead and work ahead on some of those. And maybe doing a halfway to the year best of on a couple of the toy line videos. So stay tuned to all of that stuff on the channel coming very soon. So no stretch for content around here. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. There's just only so much time. But let's kick it off. Round number 1, we're going to the main event style figures. Got Chad Gable. Needed this one to pair up with the Creed brothers. It's wild we didn't get this one as an elite ever, but I will have to take a main event is what we'll have to take for us. So we got Chad Gable there. And then I did make a little bit of a mistake. CM Punk here. I thought I didn't have this one, and then it came in the mail, and I saw it. I said, why did I order this? I forgot this came as a 2-pack with Seth Rollins, which I unboxed on the channel. So maybe we'll give this one away. Maybe that's what we'll do here in one of these videos. You guys know that some of the end of the videos, I always have an outro with some jokes and maybe some videos, some things like that, some musical pieces every once in a while. And then I'll cut in and I'll say, hey, anybody still watching? I got this figure. Anybody want it? First one to comment, first one to join the Patreon, first one to message me on Patreon, something like that. Maybe I'll do that in the future. So you never know, between both my YouTube channels, nice little fun scavenger hunt that's kind of fun for me as well. Speaking of the hunt, came across this week, Black Card Jesse Ventura, which I unboxed a Black Card many moons ago. But I came across the black card and I said, you know what? I got a mint on card version of this in the blue. I got a loose one. I might as well pick up this black card. So I picked up the black card. Not sure what I'm doing with it. I'm not really a completionist, not really a mint on card guy with this LJN line, but I love Jesse the Body Ventura. Figured I better pick it up and I can ask questions later. So that's what I did with that one there. Wrestling keeps on going. Ultimate Greatest Hits, Great Muda. So I did have to pick this one up. You know I love Muda. It's always nice to display the different looks, and there is some differences with this one, so we'll unbox it, compare it on the channel. Not done with the Ultimate Editions. Logan Paul back for another run. His third Ultimate Edition. Can you believe that? There he is, old Logan Paul. And then last but not least, but possibly the pickup of the week, Ultimate Edition Cactus Jack. You know I'm all in on Cactus Jack, one of my absolute all-time favorite characters in wrestling. Can't wait to dive into this one on the channel. A heavy box, possibly the heaviest Ultimate of all time. Yes, I said it. And we're not done with wrestling. Defining Moments, Ray Phoenix, already unboxed it on the channel. Defining Moments, Ricky Saints, already unboxed it as well. These came through the door this week. Check out both these reviews up on the channel right now. So I got both of those. And then the hits keep on coming. Also unboxed it this week on the channel. It is Terrifier Santa Art the Clown Edition. Check out that review if you did miss it. A fun figure as well. Feels weird to open up a Christmas figure in May, but hey, here we are. Here we are. Hits keep on coming. The Power of Gray, already unboxed this on the channel as well. Check it out. It is Powers of Grayskull Gray from Mattel Creations. Club Grayskull exclusive. Pop the collar on that one. Check out that video. Found this at Walmart. Head to your local Walmart if you're after these. I have about 7 or 8 Walmarts I've went to in the last week and a half, and I've seen them for $8 at every single one. It is the Chucky blind boxes, and you get 9 in a thing. I think there's a couple of doubles in here. So once again, like CM Punk, maybe we'll give away some of these doubles. We'll see what we end up doing with them. But Chucky through the door this week. We'll unbox maybe all these on the channel, maybe in one video. We'll see what happens. Check out Patreon. I got a Child's Play 2 Patreon, or Child's Play 2 Chucky video on Patreon right now. But I did get that whole box of those this week. Went to our friends over there at Jay's Toys and Games. Saved myself 15%. Got Creme of the Yellow Hills. And it must be in Cincinnati, those Yellow Hills. That's the only thing I can think of. But we got Creme right here. Don't know anything about this character. Picked him up over there. And I did get the 2015 Supergirl. I don't know the difference. Apparently, I did pick up that Supergirl this week. So I had to grab that one. But we're not done. The hits keep on coming. I did get a few things from our friends over there at Grapplers and Gimmicks this week. I did get Santa Claus, the former Balls Mahoney. Santa Claus through the door. Hits keep on coming. How about the Sandman rocking the ECW, as we know what Sandman's up to, of course. The hits keep on coming. How about Friar Ferguson? Oh my gosh, don't confuse him with Friar Tuck. Got him through the door this week. Gotta have some Booger. Maybe the Booger Sugar Todd, maybe. Bastion Booger through the door, the orange card, looking beautiful there. And the hits keep on coming. Balls Mahoney, the ECW line continues to be built out, looking good with old Balls. And then last, oh, no, we got 2 more left. Almost said last but not least, but we got Ahmed Johnson in the LOD Spikes. Oh my gosh, can't wait to compare that to the Hasbros once upon a time. And now, last but not least, the one people joke about that it could be my twin brother, Daryl Peterson. It is, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, the man, Mountain Rock. Looking amazing here with guitar. Love the looks of it. Mountain Masher. Old Daryl Peterson. We also, in a plot twist, have the same last name, obviously. But we also went to the same college. Yes, the same college. Can you believe it? I don't know. Might have to do a DNA test. We'll see what ends up happening. But that is it. Looking around. That is the weekly purchases this week. A small but mighty week. A lot to dive into. A lot to unbox on the channel. And hopefully you'll be here for it. Check out the video. Subscribe to the channel. All that fun stuff. But what did you pick up this week? What did you grab? What did you collect? Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell, as we got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon, YouTube channel memberships. Your best way to support the channel. You know that by now. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show. This is also the name of my podcast, my email. You guys know the drill as well. YouTube, I forgot about that. It is up on YouTube every single Tuesday is the YouTube video early for Patreon members. And my 2 books, The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstars and The Complete Guide to the ECW Original San Francisco Toy Makers, both available, of course, at Amazon and Barnes & Noble. So for another weekly purchases, you know what I'm doing. I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way into another work week.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
We're going to the end of the line.